Okay, we have it. We should have just stayed on my page, right?
It was worth a try.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on with my epilepsy page, or I don't know. I have,
First I thought it was me. I'm like, maybe I'll try a different part in my house, but I don't know. That didn't seem to work.
yeah, I have no idea. Because it worked last week for me on that page, but I don't know. So,
Uh,
well, thank you for doing this with me, Cassidy.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Of course. So, I guess we can just dive right into it, introduce yourself.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Cassidy Megan. I'm the founder of Purple Day. I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada. I'm 21 years old now, and I started Purple Day when I was 8.5.
You were 8 when you started Purple Day?
8, 9. Grade 3 is one or the other age.
Okay. I guess tell me your journey with epilepsy.
Okay. So I was diagnosed with complex partial epilepsy in age 7, and but my doctor suspected I had my whole life. And looking back through like home videos and photos, we seen came across times where we seen like what could have been a seizure that we had passed off as like being clumsy or daydreaming, or my brother did something that made me cry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I hid it for about a year and a half, and then the Epilepsy Association of the Maritimes came into my school, did a presentation, and what? Oh, sorry. Um, and so I brought them in to do a presentation with my class in grade 2. And when I seen how understanding and taking my friends are being with it all, I had seen so my mom just brought me the computer so I won't be as wobbly.
Okay.
So there, after the presentation, seeing how my friends were being, it kind of gave me the encouragement, I guess, to speak out and tell my peers about my epilepsy. At first, for a while, some people stopped inviting me out, stopped kind of hanging around. Others, once they learned more, they came around. It's more just like the unknown of epilepsy, and like they're kind of scared of the unknown, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, Throughout school, I got teased a bit, people mimicking seizures or, calling you names here and there. Bit of bullying, all.
Yeah. I do not like that. How did you handle that?
Sometimes I would try to educate them, like tell them why they shouldn't be mimicking seizures and everything, but at the same time, we're both the same age, so they're kind of like, oh, what do you know? You're not an adult. And would continue. So at that point, I just kind of had to, I guess, walk away and I don't know, kind of help someone if it's seen it happening to them. Try to step in.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, in grade 3 is when I started Purple Day, and so I brought the Association of the Maritimes in again to help do an assembly for the whole school to get the whole school involved. Um, and then we did a few. They helped out with a few functions, like reaching out to people across the Maritimes with us, and then and across Canada, not just the Maritimes. So we got a lot of exposure the first year, and then in 2009, our global USA partners, the Need Coffin Foundation, joined on, and they helped bring it across the states and worldwide. And that then we got on Facebook and the social medias, and this was when Facebook was new, and so we're learning all that.
Yeah.
Social media, the news helped a lot with getting the word out there. I contacted my first year in 2008. I contacted all the schools I could think of, as well as every member of parliament I could get a hold of. I had called the Prime Minister's office. I asked to speak with him. His secretary, I said, "Can I please speak to the Prime Minister?" And she told me no. And you know, to like an 8-year-old, you're like, "What the heck? I used my manners. Why are you just telling me no?" But she got a good chuckle there. But she
Yeah.
sent me a message and ended up wearing a purple tie or handkerchief, I believe. Um, so that was exciting. And then doing events over the years, kind of traveling a bit through like Canada and doing different places there. Went to New York. Was that 2009 or 10?
9:50.
No, when we went to okay. So 2009, we went to New York for the like Purple Day launch in New York with the Nia Kaufman Foundation. Galen's Candy Bar did this big thing with that for us. And then 2012, the Parliament, the Canadian government launched a Purple Day Act and made Purple Day an official law day in Canada.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, so we went to Ottawa to witness the proclamation and do a little event there with them. And then trying to think what was some other big morning like so I'm a little off today. I had like a few episodes here and there, so I'm just mom's on the side helping me with notes and
Tell mom hi and take your time.
That's why she's asking me dates.
yes, I'm asking her dates to refresh, like make sure I have my memories correct.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I guess we traveled a bit with Purple Day and like meeting people, hearing their stories has been amazing. Hearing like how people deal with epilepsy in different parts of the world is monumental in a way, I guess. It's in 2015 we went to Japan and that was amazing. Went to 4 or 5 different places there with our world partners, the Nia Kaufman Foundation. And did a few conferences, spoke a few hospitals and universities. 2019, we went to India. Spoke at 5 or 6 places there. And 2018, it was actually Purple Day was celebrated in outer space, and all through NASA and the International Space Station.
I have a question. How did they celebrate that out of space? How?
Astronaut Ricky Arnold actually brought a purple T-shirt up to space with him because he figured out the dates that he would be in the space station. And we found out that he'd be in space for Purple Day. He brought the shirt to wear on that day. And he took a picture of him in like the space shuttle by one of the big windows where you can see like Earth in the background.
That's cool.
Yeah. And he didn't know until he got back home that all of NASA and everyone manning the technology and like everything down here all wore purple with the NASA as well.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, Purple Day was actually one of the first things I guess, started being active with Epilepsy Foundation and everything. That was one of the first things I was like, I'm gonna really get involved in. I think that was like 2017 when I like dressed up for Purple Day and wore everything and told everybody why I was dressed up.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like this is really, it's everywhere, and you've done an amazing job at this. And I can't believe you started this at 8.
Yeah, it's amazing what we can do and what kids can do. And I guess some people say like one of the reasons, a good thing about starting when I was a kid is that I thought outside of the box. And like we're like a lot of people be like, you can't just call the Prime Minister. I was like, he has a phone, why not? And I don't know, I guess as I'm older, I'm like, yeah, I can see how people said I couldn't do that. But you never know until you make the phone call.
And that's true.
Yeah, and I've been big on that. And it has grown a lot with the help of partners and ambassadors and everyone's support, like you. And no matter like if you just joined today, if you joined halfway through in the beginning, it all helps and it's all contributing to its growth. Even lives like this too is amazing. Definitely
But
helps.
I do have a question. What are you doing for Epilepsy Awareness Month?
I've done a few of the podcasts of my own, like the Our Story videos. I'm doing the making cupcakes.
The Purple Day Every Day?
Yeah, for Nick Hoffman's Purple Day Everyday Initiative, Great Purple
Yeah,
Cupcake Challenge. So
I
I'm
did that one too.
you're doing it too?
Yeah, I did that one earlier.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm baking some cupcakes and doing a little like video maybe or some photos with that, sharing posts, sharing a lot of people's posts, a lot of people's stories. I'm doing a lot of blogs. Epilepsy awareness and education does have to be talked about all the time. Suit Up too, which isn't actually talked about a lot, so we need to get that one on the roll too.
Yeah.
Um, One of the reasons why my USA Gold partners start the Coffee Foundation start their initiative Purple Day Every Day was to create awareness all the time. So it's so we do like a bunch of events leading up to Purple Day and on March 26th, and also Epilepsy Awareness Month in the States. And it's really interesting that a bunch of different places have different like awareness months. So like with the states and all that, November is their Epilepsy Awareness Month. In Canada, it's March. Somewhere, Japan, it's in October, and I can't think of the other ones right now.
India has a week, not a month.
India has a week, not a month.
Okay, I didn't know that. It was all spread out like that.
Yeah, it's really interesting. When we first we're talking about like the USA Global Partners, and they mentioned like November Epilepsy Awareness Month, and then we started looking into like other epilepsy awareness months, and that's kind of how we found out that everywhere has their own month for it.
And that's why the one in Canada is in March.
Yeah, so when we were first learning about epilepsy, and we learned that Canada's Epilepsy Awareness Month was in March, was all of March. But I was like, a whole month of stuff for epilepsy. But what about one day where we could just all come together as a whole unit and just spread mass awareness and just take over the internet with epilepsy awareness? Day that is just ours and ours to be proud of, ours to stand strong on, and just tell everyone that epilepsy is important and it's not a joke, and that educate everyone.
Yes, I completely agree. So what else do you do besides Purple Day? Are you doing anything else? Are you in school?
I've actually graduated school.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you. We had a Zoom graduation ceremony, which I actually missed.
How did you miss your graduation?
Well, because I got my certificate during lockdown in the mail, and then with like our family bubble, we did a like graduation dinner. So to me, I was like already graduated, and then a few weeks ago we did like we got something in the mail about Zoom convocation, like graduation. I'm like, for what? Who graduated? And I'm like, oh right. And then there was like 3 other things going on that same day, and then I also had 3 seizures that week. And the day of my grad was also like the blue nose. We were doing the epilepsy awareness blue nose. By the time we got home, it was already like over. So we completely forgot. We were out of service. We completely forgot about it.
You graduated, so that's all that matters. Yes, that's all that matters.
My first graduation of AMCA, so a university college. So I went to one of them.
Okay, well, at least you went to one.
So now I'm working in the film industry. I work with a production company called 15 Cornwall Productions. We're doing a TV show right now, as well as something for clients coming up. So that's in the works too.
No, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also do professional modeling, archery here and there. More so in the backyard, just with COVID and the club's building's kind of small, so it's hard to social distance. And with
Yeah.
it's kind of too cold to shoot outside. So we've been more shooting in my backyard with that. But yeah, keeping busy.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. Well, we're gonna have to see more of your modeling and everything.
Definitely. I did a shoot today, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. It was kind of like it was outside, and it was we have this old cast iron tub, so I
Hmm.
wore like sparkly tube top and leggings, and we filled the tub up with like hot water from the bathtub and some hose
I'm trying
water.
to picture the shoot, right? They have to be creative then.
Very creative. I took
Yes.
off a lot of the makeup because it was just like oil slick eyeshadow almost to my eyebrows. And I'm like, that's a little extreme. Just for this, let's just tone that down a bit. It was
Well,
good for the shoot though.
yeah, you're having fun with it.
Exactly. And that's what counts. As long you can be super busy, but as long as you're having fun, that's the main thing.
Hmm. It has to be fun, especially during this time.
Definitely.
Yeah. How are you? Well, you just told me how you're maintaining during this time. Besides that, anything else you'd like to add?
Um, I don't know. Um, I definitely definitely don't let epilepsy stop me. You can't. You have to. You can have some like make adaptations sometimes, but don't let it stop you and keep pursuing your dreams, of course. One of my favorite hobbies and pastime is like, swimming, and if I go over my waist, have a life jacket or knees or wherever you're comfortable, and have a life jacket to be safe, and always go with a friend. It's funner that way too. But yeah, you have to make adaptations, but it doesn't have to stop you from doing what you love. Um,
I completely agree with that.
yeah, you have a whole fashion line too, so you're definitely on that train of not letting that stop you.
Yeah, I have my moments, but I still try to continue my life too. I,
Definitely, you have
I'm
to.
seizure free right now, but I still get these really bad headaches.
Mm.
But like when I wasn't seizure free, I was still pushing and still trying, even though, it was hard.
How long have you been seizure free for again?
I've been seizure free for 2 years now. It was
Nice.
in October. Girl, I hope it stays this way. Oh,
Thanks.
friend.
But 2 years is amazing. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to pray it does.
Fair enough. And you're also the founder of Saving Grace Epilepsy Foundation.
I am. Yes.
That's you do so much, and it's just also again proving that like you even with epilepsy and without, you can still follow your dreams. And I know like even like being seizure free is still kind of must be a back burner thought that like the worry of it could happen again, but you still continue on and like it's not, and that's really brave, and I really admire that.
I think for me it's sort of like I don't want people to judge us on our epilepsy. So I don't want to say I would take offense if they do, but I kind of do. Like, meet me as I am as a person and the things that I do, just like meeting you as you are as a person the things that you do for the epilepsy community, even if you didn't have seizures, or
Yeah,
epilepsy.
definitely. And like even before like I was diagnosed, like I have aunts and uncles who have epilepsy.
Okay.
So like we've done like they kind of older generation, so was still in like the starting to talk about it, but still a bit hush hush, that kind of generation. So like we support them and did try to like get them to talk about it and did what we could with them, and then but I always say like epilepsy doesn't make you different. It can like it's just I'd say it's just like having like asthma or something like that. Like it can happen, but it doesn't have. It's not. It doesn't have to like stop you. It doesn't have to. You can. It doesn't define you. Like it just.
Yeah, I find like I agree with you. You just have to sometimes alter your life a little bit or adjust.
Like make adjustments,
Yeah.
adaptations, and trying to get everyone in the world to understand that.
Now we don't want to make those adjustments either, but
No, I mean nobody
we
does.
have
We have to, and
to.
with making those adjustment, and adaptations, it allows us to be able to live everyday normal lives like people who don't have epilepsy do. We can still do it all.
And I completely agree. And that's the message I feel like we both are trying to get out there.
Definitely.
I do have another question. How has, I know you're close with your mom. I'm kind of close with my mom as well. How has your mom been a support for you during this time?
During this time?
During like the time you have had seizures?
Ah, who? How hasn't she? She goes on all our Purple Day trips and adventures, the conferences. She's always there. She on our lives. She's there, always next to me, helping me out with the notes, with my memory. Going to functions. I'm like, even we were out tonight, and I'm like talking to some person that knows me, and I'm like, he looked familiar, but I'm like, I don't know who this guy fully is, and she's like, oh, that's Catfish. I'm like, got it. I don't know why that was a nickname for him that makes me know him, but for some reason it is. And I'm like, oh yeah. And like, look, he's a great guy. It's the memory. So she has some memory. She has some memory recall, remembering family members, friends of family. She's the one that usually helps me when I have like my seizures. So like not just with memory, but also like so when I had like my grand mal tonic-clonics, she's witnessed the majority of them. So that we know I've had them for at least. So she's administered rescue medications with me. She has kind of like woken up to me punching her in the face. We were talking in bed, and she fell asleep in like my bed with me, and I woke up at like 2 a.m. My arm like shot out and hit her in the side of the face. And she's like, Cassidy, what the heck? And looks and tries to put my arm down, realizes it's not moving. It's like, oh god, okay. And I had to like get her bearings on her and help me with that. Made sure I was okay afterwards. She also lets me do my own thing too, though. So like, she's really supportive in terms of like I did competitive cheerleading, I did doing the archery, going out with friends, and like she knows I know like my limits and like my triggers, and I know to avoid them. So she's pretty confident. When I first started like going out with friends, she's like, she dropped me off with this one guy. And cause epilepsy, I don't drive. So like my parents dropped me off. My dad's just sitting there silent, dropping me off. And then the guy comes up to me with the car, and mom goes, "Just so you know, she has."
You know what to do if she has a seizure.
This is what you do if she has a seizure, and lays it all out. And I'm like, I appreciate this. This is only the first day. I don't even know if it's gonna go further than this, but okay, it's good to know. And the guy's just kind of like, oh. Okay. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So she's gotten better with like
Her boundaries.
easing them into it. But she encourages me to like me and my brother to be like independent and like do our own thing. So it can be hard for her sometimes listening to her tell her story and talk with other parents. Like you kind of have to feel for them too, because like they have that worry that like the what ifs. We have a CH Monroe, and what if she's around people that don't know how to help her? And I'm like, but she still lets me go and does my own thing. My whole family's very supportive. Um, yeah. My brother's really good. He's really protective, but he still lets me go and do my own thing. My dad kind of he's very supportive too. Man of little words, but he's very supportive as well. And big on doing your own thing, but also worries. I'm very blessed and grateful for to have them all.
Well, that's a blessing. It really is.
We're all pretty close too. I know that's not very common, I guess, sadly, but so I'm blessed that way.
Okay, well, that is a blessing. And
Yeah.
obviously, next time for a date, get the guy to pick you up.
Yeah. Now that we're older, it's easier. That was like junior high. So like
Okay.
none of us drove, and I'm like he got his parents to drop him off, and then I got why not? And we're like it was like a movie theater. I'm like we're just going to see something like I don't even know what it was, but yeah, that's usually how we go about it now.
Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, well, I need you to plug in all of your organizations, um, your website and everything.
Ah, yes. Like plug in like type
Say,
them in.
no, not type it in. Say 'em, like where
Oh,
we can go to find you.
okay. Yeah, definitely. So our main site is www.purpleday.org. I have an Instagram account. It's Purple Day March 26th. Well, I'm on that as this actually. There's that memory. I have my Facebook is Cassidy Megan. And there's a Purple Day for Epilepsy Facebook page people can go to. The Twitter is Purple Day. Yeah,
I think it is Purple Day. Yes.
yeah, because it's always logged in, so I just go on it. So I'm like I said, Purple Day or purpleday.org, but it's Purple Day. Yeah. My LinkedIn is also always logged in. I think that's just Cassidy Megan. Yeah, Cassidy Megan is from
It
LinkedIn as
is.
well. Uh, yeah.
Okay,
Um,
so and Purple Day is March 26th.
yes, March
So
26th is Purple Day.
I'm actually going to start preparing for it in January to see what I'm
Okay.
going to do. So it was so good talking to you, Cassidy.
It was great talking to you too. I have a question for you.
Okay,
Hmm.
I'm ready.
I know a little more about kind of two things actually. I want to
Okay,
know more about, like Saving Grace Foundation and about your event tomorrow.
okay,
Like, yeah. Tell
okay.
me
Well,
more about
Saving Grace Epilepsy Foundation is to help people who face job discrimination and career advancement. I'll help them get their medication. And what's another one? Seizure safety. I'm
it.
just kind of starting out. I found when I got into the workforce that I faced so much discrimination just because I was having seizures a lot. And I kept getting fired from my jobs. It was like crazy. And it was to the point to where my last job, which was like 3 years ago, I was like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not going to work anywhere that I really don't want to work. I'm going to just kind of focus on my passion and what I want to do. And that's kind of how I ended up, I guess, starting to be an influencer and starting to just tell my epilepsy journey. And that's kind of where it started for that. And my event tomorrow is a virtual event for the people online, and it's called 1 Mile for Epilepsy. because 1 in 10 people have seizures, and I want people to actually know that this is something that's real and that's happening to anybody. It can happen to anybody. So mostly my family is coming out tomorrow to the actual walk, and we're going to walk a mile for epilepsy. We got shirts made and everything.
Wow. And are you guys like, so is this virtual? So will people be doing like live videos for it or like posting photos or
I just would like y'all to, if you can, you could do a little video, or you could just do a selfie of yourself after you've walked a mile with a purple shirt and tag us.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm sorry about the jobs. I've been blessed that way. Like my last job was really like, good. Like the second day doing like, just learning the way they like operate. My manager comes over and's like, "Hey, I heard you had epilepsy. Like, tell me about it if you are comfortable, because I know how to help you if you have one here." So like she was really good about it.
See, I guess I've never experienced that yet in a job. I've always experienced situations to where they be like, you didn't say you had epilepsy. Once I start having a seizure, I become a liability. And then they try to push me out. That's pretty much how most of my jobs went. And I really think they didn't know what epilepsy was when it came down to it.
And a lot of people think they don't have to know because that they won't come in the same path of it. And I'm like epilepsy is like the second most common neurological disorder next to migraines. Like I guarantee that you like probably someone in your family even has it, and just haven't told you because you're like how you are.
Yeah, a lot of people are embarrassed to say that they have epilepsy or even have had a seizure, you know?
Because people can be like, I did like true or false, and of like, can you swallow your tongue? And it's like a head of a school board was like, oh yeah, definitely. And I'm like, you deal with how many people, youth? No, you cannot.
And you can,
Like, oh, seizure first aid with him. Like your tongue is literally attached to your mouth. You cannot swallow it. And he's like, then why do you roll us? Well, why do we roll people on their sides? I'm like, so we don't choke on saliva and blood from biting our tongue?
yeah.
All right.
They really just don't know what to do. And I think that myth needs to die.
That myth, along with a few others, definitely have to go out the window.
Yes, they need to learn seizure safety.
Even
Because,
I did experience like some like that's stigma discrimination through like sports more so. Like my cheerleading was the coaches and team were pretty good, but like some of the other teams were like, you're letting someone with epilepsy go out there and like do all this, and they're like, yeah, if she's good, why not?
yeah.
And then one thing with archery that I remember more vividly was I was shooting, and one of the parents had just found out after like 2 years of me shooting with him around, like I had epilepsy. He's like, well, she shouldn't be shooting. What if she misfires and her arrow comes back here? I'm like, I would not make it a full draw to even let the arrow go a meter. But also it hasn't been a problem till now. So yeah. Mom said, are you having a problem with it now because she's got more medals than you, or because she has epilepsy? I'm like, all right.
It's probably the medals.
Yeah.
The medals.
So that was interesting, but he backed off quickly once, Mama Bear stepped up. Just kind of gave him a look, and he's like, kept he kept making a fit, and I'm like, allow me to prove you wrong. But yeah, and that's why education awareness is so important, and why we all have to work together to erase these stigmas and this discrimination. If I can ever help you with any of like the saving grace or your fashion or your challenge tomorrow, anything, let me know. I'd love to.
Well, I need the challenge to definitely get out there, even though
Yeah.
it's tomorrow.
I mean, I go for a walk, like half-hour walk every day with my dog anyways, so we can make it a mile.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, thank you, Cassidy. I
yeah,
appreciate
of
it.
course. And maybe we can do something on March too, on Purple Day, March 26th.
Oh, I am planning something for March, so I feel like me and you are going to be in contact either way
Oh yeah,
for stuff.
definitely.
So yes.
Oh yeah, we'll stay in contact for sure. You're
Mhm.
doing great work, and I know that even though it's illegal to like fire people because of their epilepsy, like it somehow still happens. So I'm definitely going to be like, I'll like promote you with that. I'll send people your way for that too.
Please do, and I'll do the same.
Definitely, thank you. I'm so proud of like everything you're doing, everything you've done so far for people with epilepsy, and taking your journey and turning it into a positive for everyone. It's really amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I didn't want it to be a sad journey. I wanted people to know that they can figure it out and have a normal life. That's my goal for the foundation and just my goal in general for myself. Like, don't let epilepsy stop you. It's not. You may have a little pause, but don't let it stop you.
Exactly. It's just a little pause or like a little blimp or a bump in the road.
Hmm.
Keep driving or keep going over that bump and you'll make it. Gotta I'm big on having to find the positives and the negatives, I guess, or in the dark. So
Someone just asked here.
No, I'm the same.
yeah. Someone just asked like, so if they have like they have like snow and like I assume when the comments come in, but like your walk, like how do they participate? Like if their snow is like a foot deep and not plowed.
Oh, that is an interesting question because I live in Louisiana. We never have no. Oh, can y'all like walk inside? I don't know.
Just do laps around your building or your house.
Yeah. Oh, Janice asked that. Yeah, Janice. Can you just walk a few laps around the house if you can?
Yeah, that is a good question. I mean, like, we get snow here, obviously, Canada.
Yeah,
Got a
that's
lot
what
of
she's
snow.
in Canada too.
Okay, I got like a one-piece snowsuit this year, and like it's so soft and it's purple, and like I love that it's one piece, and then like the snow gets like shimmy down the waistband, and I'm excited to wear it.
See, we are still in like one day it's cold, the next day I'm wearing shorts. Like that's how Louisiana is.
I wish. I love the beauty of snow. I just hate the cold that comes with it.
And I know it's pretty. It's really pretty.
It's pretty, but that's about it. We'll have to come to Louisiana one day because that sounds like my kind of weather, and it's
Oh, you,
beautiful there too. So
you would love it. Well, let me know. I will show you around.
excellent. I will definitely message you if we get there. And same with
Okay.
you if you ever come here.
I
It's
feel like I'll be coming to Canada. I do. I'm going to Canada.
well,
I don't know when, but I am.
we'll can show you around. We can show you all like the cool little hidden gems as well as the touristy spots.
Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds like a plan.
awesome. Excellent.
Okay, well, Cassidy, we will talk again soon. And
Definitely.
everybody, I will post this video this week, or I have a lot to post. I won't lie. So I will post this, but I'll probably post this on Saving Grace site first.
Okay.
and all the other things right after that. But thank you for doing this with me, Cassidy. I appreciate it so much.
Of course, anytime. Can I share it from the site or?
No, I'm going to post it on every other page first. I just can't post it on my personal one right now because I'm back. I have issues right now. Excuse me.
No, no, definitely. I want to make sure like I can share it too.
Oh yes, I'm going to save it and I'm going to post it and then I'm going to. You want me to email it to you, or I could do whichever one.
I can just share it from you so that way people can link it back to your pages.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, well, it was good talking to you. You both tell your mom hi.
Hello. You're amazing. You are amazing.
You guys are amazing. I can't wait to see y'all next Instagram live.
Oh, this Sunday.
There's one Sunday.
Pardon?
It's Sunday. I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday. Tuesday at like 10 or 10:30. We should make a post what time it's gonna be.
Okay, I will be there.
Excellent. It was an honor to meet you too. So this was amazing. I'm so glad we could do it.
I know. I'm glad we could do it too. And I'll talk to you soon.
Definitely. Take care.